I recently read The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey, and I wanted to call attention to the 7th habit, which is sharpening the saw. That was my favorite habit. And the whole principle is once you've learned the other habits, then you really need to focus on yourself and the revitalization of yourself daily, and taking care of your body and your mind in order to be able to execute on the other habits. So I wanted to read a passage really quick, just kind of sharing the important parts of that principle. The daily private victory. A minimum of 1 hour a day in renewal of the physical, spiritual, and mental dimensions is the key to the development of the 7 habits, and it's completely within your circle of influence. It is the quadrant 2 focus time necessary to integrate these habits into your life, to become principle-oriented. It is also the foundation of the daily public victory. It's the source of intrinsic security you need to sharpen the saw in social, emotional dimension. Okay, now that most people have tuned out, clicked on another video, I know that you probably clicked on this video because you're taking a business class, you're taking a leadership class, and they're making you read this book. Everything you need to know is in this movie called The Goonies. In it, this group of kids, they're going to lose their homes to a developer who's taking over the area, and they need to band together, use a treasure map to find all of this treasure, all of this gold that's going to help them buy the land back. Mikey, a young Sean Astin, who grew up to be a hobbit, he's a small guy. He has asthma. He's kind of a nerd. But he's continually pushing these guys, saying, "You guys, we're Goonies. We can do this." And even though they didn't know what, she didn't know what a Goonie was, but she went along with it, and they're crawling through pipes underground, solving puzzles. It's a really inspirational tale. And watch how he handles the other guys. The oldest guy, Josh Brolin, he's going to be Thanos in Avengers movies. You would think he was the leader. No. Younger brother, Mikey, he was the leader. So watch the way that he engages with the other fellows. He encourages young Chunk to befriend a disformed man. And that disformed man ends up, I don't want to spoil it for you, but that friendship pays off because he's strong. And, Data, he's got these all of these inventions, and people might, and, this is back in the 80s, and they think, immigrants don't contribute anything to society. But through embracing his friendships, he has all of these gadgets that help them save the day. When if they didn't have his gadgets, they wouldn't have solved some of those puzzles. So watch this movie if you really want to learn about true leadership. And they're young people. You don't have to be old like Stephen Covey. It's all here. So watch this movie, and I'm going to continue reading this book because if someone skipped to the end of this video to kind of see how it wraps up, I don't want to spoil the middle for it. So you guys get the benefit of the real lesson, which was watch The Goonies. So I'm going to do the fake end of this video, okay? Just as junk food and lack of exercise can ruin an athlete's condition, these things that are obscene, crude, can breed an inner darkness that numbs our higher sensibilities and substitutes the social conscience of "will I be found out" for the natural or divine conscience of what is right and wrong. So that's Sharpening the Saw. I really hope that you get as much out of this book as I did. Please subscribe to my channel by clicking this thing up here, and hope to see you again.